In this video, we will be talking about expressions that contain reciprocal trig functions. The three reciprocal trig functions that we're going to discuss is cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. And cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So press pause and take a moment to write these in your notes. And when you're ready to continue, press play. Now to remember the reciprocals, just remember that C and S have to go together. So if your trig function starts with S, sine, then the reciprocal needs to start with a C, cosecant. And if your trig function starts with a C, then the reciprocal needs to start with a S. So cosine and secant are reciprocals. Alright, so our first example, we're asked to evaluate secant of 330 degrees plus cotangent 480 degrees. Alright, 330 degrees we know is a 30-degree reference angle in quadrant 4. So we draw our reference triangle and put in the sides. Remember that this vertical side is negative because it's below the x-axis. Now 480 is more than 360, so we have to subtract 360 degrees. And we get 120, and so this 120 is more than 90 and less than 180, so it's in quadrant 2. We know that it's 60-degree reference angle. Put in your sides. The side opposite the 60 is the square root of 3, and then the side adjacent is 1, and the hypotenuse is 2. And then this side is negative because it's to the left of the y-axis. So that is the two reference triangles that we'll be using. Now we need to think about our reciprocals. Secant is reciprocal of cosine. So our cosine is root 3 over 2. So our secant is 2 over root 3. Cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. Our tangent is root 3 over negative 1, so our cotangent is negative 1 over root 3. Multiply top and bottom of each fraction by the square root of 3 so that we can rationalize the denominator. So we end up with 2 root 3 over 3 plus a negative 1 root 3 over 3. And since they're both root 3 terms, I can combine those and get root 3 over 3. We have 2/3 times the cosecant of negative 3 pi over 4, subtract secant of 11 pi over 4. So first step is to draw our reference triangles. A negative 3 pi over 4 means we're going to go clockwise, and it's 3/4 of a pi. Remember, a pi is a semicircle, so 3/4 would put me in quadrant 3. Whenever your denominator is 4, you're dealing with a 45-degree reference angle, and so if I put that in there, I have a 1, 1, root 2, and both of my legs of my triangle are negative because they're left and down. On this one, again, we have 4 in the denominator, so my reference angle is 45. 11 over 4, this is a positive angle, so we have, there's 4 over 4 for the top semicircle, and then 8 over 4, and then another 3/4 would put me in quadrant 2. So for 11 over 4 pi. And again, 45-degree reference angle, I need a 1/1 root 2. And this is negative here. Now I need to think about my reciprocals. The reciprocal of cosecant is sine. So my sine of this reference angle is -1 over root 2. So the reciprocal of that is going to be a negative root 2 over 1. So I have my 2/3, which is in front here, multiplied by root 2 over 1. Subtract. And then on this one, secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So my cosine is -1 over root 2. So reciprocal of that is a negative, there's my negative in the denominator, root 2 over 1. Now I just need to simplify. So I have 2 times root 2 over 3. And then these two minuses become plus, and that's 3 root 2 over 3, because I need a common denominator. So I have a -2 root 2 and a +3 root 2 simplifies to 1 root 2 over 3.